Hello world, SirLaurenceNZ here, and today I'm casting another game between TheViper and MBL for a game out of my 2015 Arabia Huns. Doesn't appear to be working, it crashed twice, so we're just moving on to the fourth game. Just pretend that I casted that one like a boss. But anyways, let's have a look at their maps. So, to the bottom here, random police siren going around. Anyways, so we have a nice backward for the Viper. Fairly open though around the back, not going to be the nicest thing ever. We have another back woodline here, slightly dissected by an oasis, and a nice woodline to the side here, going to make some easy walling if the Viper so chooses. And with a wall that easy, I think he actually might consider walling for a change. Anyways though, the Viper's base here on the front completely open and on the bottom of a hill in an Acropolis style. Very, very unfortunate for him. He's just in the bottom of a big crater here, going to be very good for MBL, especially with any archers. Anyways, let's have a look at the golds. We have a nice back gold from the Viper, however, his main gold out on the front and tertiary gold to the side there. Sorry, that's tertiary gold, that is the secondary gold. Anyway, let's have a look at the stones. We have a front stone and another front stone. Definitely could see some tower action coming from MBL with those stones. And let's have a look at MBL's base now. Let's just check quickly for deer. Looks like we do have some deer that have been lured in by the Viper as well. Going to be giving him a quick food boost. Anyways, MBL having a nice side woodline here. However, going to be very easily accessible by towers, so just a few towers coming up here could definitely throw a spanner in the works for MBL. And you can see here, no decent woodline for ages. These woodlines dissected by oasis, incredibly tiny, and yeah, so this is MBL's best woodline right here. Definitely not the strongest position for him if a tower comes up on that. But anyway, let's have a look at the other resources. So we have a nice back stone, however, on the wrong side of the trees, which is unfortunate. We have a very far forwards front gold, we have a kind of back gold, and a tertiary gold even further out to the side along with that stone. So anyway, I'll bring the game up to 100 so that we can get up to the fuel edge real quick, and these guys clicking up to the fuel edge. We'll see if there's any other action coming in here. Around the 8-minute mark we should be seeing any drushes moving out, however no drushes coming out from either of these guys. We can see the first barracks coming up right now from MBL, and the Viper probably going to be following suit quite shortly after. The Viper heading up with an extra 2 villagers, however, going to be looking for a stronger fuel edge here. Well, sorry, looking for a stronger transition into fuel edge. Possibly going with scouts, I'm not sure exactly though. I tend to do 22 villager feudal myself, so MBL definitely looking to go up quick here and do some damage quite quickly. Anyways though, that barracks from MBL coming up right now, and MBL just about, let's see, 2 minutes 10 seconds for the castle time. Anyway, let's just say it's about 10 seconds, well, maybe 20. But anyways, and let's also swap over to MBL's point of view, have a quick look at those resources, and MBL looking to be quite similar on the resources, even though he's been down 2 villagers for that whole 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Not a huge amount in it, surprisingly, but MBL throwing up a stable, going to be looking for a very quick scout rush here, as the Viper going to be getting up his stable right now, and, oh sorry, going to be getting up his barracks. MBL possibly looking to get the scouts out before the Viper can get any spears out, but the Viper going to be hitting the fuel edge right now, going to be able to get some spears out, and I would expect that he has scouted out the, well sorry, MBL's barracks. He hasn't scouted out the stables, surprisingly, so rather unfortunate scouting for MBL, but you can see from the Viper, barracks and 2 archery ranges, we're going to see those coming up here, and Viper throwing out 1 preemptive spearman, going to help with those scouts that were most likely going to come out with that kind of feudal type, but you never know with these guys. They could have just gone up quickly to do a tower rush or something, which would have been very strong against this woodline of MBL. And you can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 around the villagers, got an extra 2 range. Just think Pythagoras here, going around the circle, going to be able to hit that whole woodline, and with fletching, none of this is safe. Anyways though, the Viper going to be engaging with these spears here, attacking the spear of MBL with his own, not going to be taking any bonus damage unnecessarily. However, the Viper going to be bringing back the spearman to help defend within a couple of seconds, probably sending it slightly the wrong way as the scouts come in, going to be able to do some big damage to that villager, and that villager probably going to go down here. Yep, one villager down, and the Viper fighting back with a couple of villagers, but still losing that one villager. Not such a good thing for the Viper. And the Viper throwing up a quick wall, but not quite finishing it in time, as the as MBL going to be forcing his way in back towards that villager, but the spearman just coming in time to deter the scouts. So MBL killing that one villager, still having not paid for that scout rush, but definitely not going to completely waste it here. If he could do some damage to the wood line, that would be very strong. And yeah, let's see where things go from here. Anyway, we can see the Viper has 4 archers, just about to go up to 6, as fletching is just coming in now, going to be a couple seconds away from MBL's base, and with a bit of micro, these guys can take out the scout cavalry pretty easily, especially not having any upgrades on them. So the scout's not going to be too tanky against the archers. Archer is going to be doing 5 damage against that 2 pierce armor scout, so 3 damage per arrow, with about 5 archers there. That's going to be, let's see, 15 damage of volley, about 3 shots to kill each scout. So these guys definitely could trade fairly evenly. But anyway, the Viper moving up with these archers, going to look to pressure these walls as he's patrolling with his scout, possibly a bit too close though, giving MBL an idea. But anyway, let's see how things go from here. I also like how the Viper is bringing up his spearmen with his archers, definitely going to help keep the spearmen away from the archers as well. Viper also having 1 spear off to the side to defend his wood. However, 1 spear against this many scouts is not going to be the best idea. But anyways, the Viper sending out more and more archers, not getting out any more spears, which I would be rather opposed to. MBL sending in a spear of his own, looking to find the spear of the Viper probably and do as much damage to it as possible without taking any serious losses. And MBL going straight in for the counters, bringing out the skirmishers to be able to clean up those archers. But the Viper with his 1 initial scout going to be able to soak up quite a lot of that skirmisher fire, taking 45 shots. Anyways, the spearmen of the Viper going to be getting 1 or 2 hits off on those scouts, as the Viper doing some quick micro here, going to be looking to do some damage as the scout moving in and going to be able to do some really nice damage as the spears as the skirmishers all in their dead zone, not going to be able to do a huge amount of damage. Anyways, we have been playing that on 50 speed the whole time. But anyway, we had a quick scuffle there with the scouts, and MBL being a bit messy there, letting those scouts wander into the spearmen. Anyway, MBL going to be repelling this archer army of the Viper here, as going to almost be catching these guys in a bit of a pincer movement here, and you can see these 2 archers caught out of position, going to be killed quite easily. However, the Viper going to be microing them out of the way slightly, and here going to be looking in a fairly decent position as he cleans up most of these skirmishers on that downhill, taking a fairly even fight, as even though these guys have an attack bonus and everything, being downhill going to negate quite a lot of that, and now with the number advantage, the Viper can afford to move up. Anyways, the Viper looking like he is saving a bit of food to go up to the castle age here, while MBL looking completely bankrupt here on resources as he is desperately trying to defend this. And Viper going to be moving up with this archer army with the military disparity here, at least in units that can counter the Viper. The Viper just going to be able to clean this up. However, MBL coming in with these scouts going to be quite strong, but the Viper going to micro his guys out of there and take a quick escape through that little gap in the trees there. But anyway, the Viper clicking up to the castle age with those extra resources that he's been able to stockpile. As the archers don't use food, he was able to get up to the field edge in a very nice time, as opposed to MBL, who's been using skirmishers to attempt to counter the Viper. However, not getting a huge amount of value out of them. However, now with this number of skirmishers, MBL can engage fairly decently. However, when the Viper hits Castle Age, he's going to have crossbowmen, and that military advantage will definitely be able to clean things up for the Viper. But anyway, MBL having to cause quite a lot of idle time here, and you can see that's starting to tick up right here, as MBL's economy idling in full minute chunks, whereas the Viper only moving up in 1 second chunks. So MBL with about 30 times the idle time of the Viper at any given second right here. Not the strongest thing for him. Anyway, we can see the scouts of MBL coming in here, and also the skirmishers. That's going to be very strong, and MBL also being able to have some villager advantage here as the Viper hits the Castle Age. But anyway, the Viper going to be cleaning up these skirmishers just barely though, and is he going to manage it? Doesn't look like it. However, he may have gotten a few villagers there. Also, as I said earlier, this wood line completely atrocious for MBL, and if the Viper just attacks that wood line, he knows it's the wood line of MBL here. He could do some massive damage as... Yep, looks like MBL actually just calling that there as the Viper gets out a few knights to kill all the skirmishers of MBL there. And yeah, the Viper also moving on to 2 CCs. I was kind of very, well, not kind of very, I was kind of narrow-sighted in that game, so sorry if I did miss quite a few things. Viper also getting out 3 archery ranges, which is quite a few, and yeah, the army of MBL just not able to do enough damage. And the Viper just pretty much zoned him off of all future wood. Like, he hadn't really made that final move that would have killed MBL, but MBL kind of, I guess, sensed that he was in a bit of a predicament there. But anyways, let's have a look at those achievements before I close the YouTube video. So yeah, for anyone in the Twitch stream right now, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, SirLaurenceNZ. As, well, not as, but anyway, the same as my Twitch name, but yeah. Anyways, also, if you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to check out my Twitch stream. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys. GG, well played between these two, the Viper and MBL, and yeah, thank you for watching anyone on YouTube, and goodbyes.